Have you ever woken up in the dead of night, between 3 and 5 a.m., with your mind racing and your heart pounding, feeling utterly trapped in a relentless battle to fall back asleep? It's as if your body has betrayed you, refusing to grant the peace you desperately crave. This is not just a simple disruption in your sleep cycle. It is a profound signal, a mysterious message your body is sending, warning that something vital is unfolding beneath the surface. For many, especially women entering the later stages of life, these restless hours are not random moments of insomnia but a deeply meaningful whisper from within, hinting at hidden tensions in your health, emotions, and even the path your life is taking. Imagine the crushing weight of knowing that the harder you try to force yourself back into the comforting embrace of sleep, the further away it slips. Your mind spirals into anxious calculations. How much rest can you still get? Will this night of wakefulness ruin your tomorrow? But what if the very act of fighting this wakefulness is the true enemy? What if the struggle itself feeds a silent fire within your body, one that keeps you wide awake and vulnerable to exhaustion? This relentless cycle is fueled by an ancient biological alarm: cortisol, the hormone of stress. When you resist wakefulness, your brain triggers a flood of this hormone, preparing your body to face danger as it would in times of threat. But here, in the stillness of your bedroom, this fight-or-flight response is misplaced, cruelly sabotaging the restorative sleep your body desperately needs. Instead of yielding to the flow of rest, you battle a tempest you cannot control, caught in a storm of racing thoughts and pounding heartbeats. But there is a different way, a path often overlooked. What if, instead of fighting your body, you could listen and respond with compassion? By gently releasing the pressure to fall asleep now, you open the door to a profound shift. This is not about surrender, but about mastering the art of acceptance. The moment you stop struggling is the moment you reclaim your power. You can start by making a simple yet transformative change. Shift your position. Instead of lying rigid and tense, sit up slowly, allowing your body to acknowledge the present moment without judgment. This small movement sends a clear message to your brain: you are no longer trapped in a battle. You are beginning a process of calm restoration. Accompany this with deep, intentional breathing. Inhale through your nose for a slow count of 4, hold briefly, then exhale through your mouth to a count of 6. This rhythmic breathing acts as a balm for your nervous system, activating the parasympathetic rest and digest response that quiets the internal chaos. Shoulders soften, your racing heart begins to steady, and the storm inside your mind starts to settle. This approach is more than a technique. It is an invitation to change your relationship with your body and your sleep. It acknowledges the mystery of the night's wakefulness not as a foe but as a messenger. By embracing this moment with patience and kindness, you prepare yourself for the natural return of restful sleep. If this message resonates with you, if you're ready to break free from the exhausting cycle of sleepless nights, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Your support fuels our mission to explore these life-changing strategies and bring you more insights to reclaim your health and vitality. Now, a question for you to ponder. When you wake up in the middle of the night feeling restless, do you ... A fight to force yourself back to sleep, feeling frustrated when it doesn't come? B. Accept the wakefulness calmly and use relaxation techniques to ease back into rest? Comment your answer A or B below. I'm eager to see how you handle these moments and to hear your experiences. Waking up in the middle of the night can feel like a cruel trick your body plays on you. The clock glows a merciless 3:17 a.m., and suddenly you're wide awake, heart racing, mind flooding with thoughts you can't control. For many, especially those concerned with their health and well-being, this moment becomes a battle, a desperate fight to force sleep back upon themselves. Yet, this very struggle is often the root of deeper frustration and exhaustion. The truth is, forcing sleep is one of the most counterproductive things you can do to restore your rest and rejuvenate your body. Sleep is not a switch we can flip at will. It is a delicate process governed by complex biological rhythms and signals within the nervous system. When you wake unexpectedly, especially during the early morning hours, your body's internal alarm bells may be ringing for a reason, whether it's stress, hormonal changes, or physical discomfort. In these moments, trying to push yourself back to sleep through sheer willpower ignites a cascade of physiological responses that actively work against relaxation. This resistance triggers the release of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Cortisol prepares you to react to fight or flee, an ancient mechanism designed to keep us safe in times of danger. But in the quiet solitude of your bedroom, this surge of cortisol becomes a paradox. Instead of protecting you, it floods your system with alertness and anxiety, making the elusive embrace of sleep retreat further away. The more you fight, the more your nervous system amplifies its alert state, creating a vicious cycle that feeds your wakefulness. Mentally, forcing sleep often intensifies a downward spiral of anxious thoughts. You may start calculating the few remaining hours you have left to rest, worry about how tired you will feel the next day, or replay stressful events from the past. These thoughts become a relentless chorus, drowning out any attempt at calm. Your brain, flooded with these concerns, shifts further away from the slow, rhythmic activity necessary for restorative sleep. The moment you accept this wakefulness instead of battling it, you begin to reclaim your power. Acceptance is not defeat. It is a conscious choice to release the grip of anxiety and to treat yourself with compassion. It is a recognition that your body is awake for a reason and that resisting only intensifies the struggle. One of the simplest ways to enact this acceptance is through gentle physical movement. Sitting up slowly in bed, adjusting your position with care, signals to your brain that you are shifting gears. You are no longer locked in frustration but are inviting a state of restfulness. Combined with mindful breathing, slow inhales through the nose, holds, and extended exhales through the mouth, this practice activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch responsible for calming the body. Breathing in this rhythm lowers your heart rate, relaxes tense muscles, and quiets your restless mind. By letting go of the urge to force sleep, you create a mental and physical space where rest can naturally return. This shift from resistance to acceptance is transformative. It rewires your response to wakefulness from one of panic to one of gentle nurturing. Moreover, this approach encourages a deeper connection with your body's needs. Instead of judging yourself for the wakefulness, you begin to listen to understand what your body and mind are communicating in these quiet hours. Are you experiencing discomfort, stress, or unresolved emotions? By approaching these moments with curiosity rather than fear, you open the door to healing and balance. Ultimately, the path to better sleep is paved with patience and kindness toward yourself. Forcing sleep is like trying to catch water with clenched fists. It slips through, leaving only frustration. But by releasing control and embracing calmness, you allow sleep to flow back naturally, nourishing your body and restoring your health. In this journey, remember that waking at night is not a sign of weakness or failure. It is a universal experience and a complex signal from your inner self. Learning to respond wisely to these moments transforms not only your nights, but your overall well-being. Embrace this understanding and you take the first step toward reclaiming peaceful, restorative sleep and a healthier life. Hydration is a silent, often overlooked pillar of our health, yet its role in the delicate balance of restful sleep is profound. As night falls and your body settles into the rhythm of rest, it continues its tireless work repairing, regenerating, and cleansing. But in this quiet process, water is lost steadily, slipping away through breath, sweat, and the countless unseen functions that sustain life. This gradual loss, if left unaddressed, can subtly undermine your ability to sleep deeply and wake refreshed. The thirst you may feel in those restless early hours is not merely a physical craving. It is a vital signal that your body requires replenishment to continue its nocturnal healing. Many reach for a glass of cold water without hesitation, believing it to be the simplest remedy. Yet what seems like a refreshing fix can inadvertently disrupt the fragile state needed for sleep to return. Ice-cold water shocks your internal system, stimulating the nervous system in a way that wakes rather than soothes. Imagine trying to lull a child back to sleep and instead startling them. Wide awake, this is the effect, chilling your body with a sudden cold drink. Instead of calming the body, it triggers a cascade of alertness that pulls you further from rest. The key lies in gentle, intentional hydration. Water at room temperature or slightly warm is far more harmonious with the body's natural state during sleep. Such water is like a warm embrace from within, soothing and nourishing without triggering alarm. Keeping a small, easily accessible supply by your bedside can make this process seamless and stress-free, allowing you to respond to your body's needs without breaking the gentle calm necessary for sleep. Yet hydration extends beyond mere water. Throughout the night, your body also loses precious minerals essential for its function: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and others. These electrolytes act as the invisible conductors of your body's orchestra, regulating muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, and fluid balance. When depleted, they can manifest as restless legs, muscle cramps, dizziness, or that peculiar sensation of waking tired despite hours spent in bed. Replenishing these minerals requires a mindful approach. A pinch of high-quality natural sea salt such as Celtic or Himalayan salt added to your water can gently restore this balance. Unlike refined table salt, these mineral-rich salts provide a spectrum of bioavailable nutrients without overwhelming your system. Alternatively, a splash of fresh lemon juice not only infuses your water with a subtle brightness but also offers potassium and vitamin C, contributing to your body's repair and hydration needs. It is essential to sip this hydration slowly and with awareness. This is not a race or a remedy to be gulped hurriedly. It is an act of kindness toward your body. By drinking mindfully, you allow your digestive system to absorb and distribute fluids and minerals efficiently, supporting the intricate processes that underpin restorative sleep. The interplay of hydration and sleep is complex and deeply personal. For some, a dry mouth or parched throat in the middle of the night is a clear sign of dehydration. For others, restless limbs or a sudden feeling of warmth may be the body's urgent call for water and minerals. Recognizing and responding to these subtle signals can transform the way you experience nighttime awakenings. This mindful hydration practice is more than a simple habit. It is a gateway to reconnecting with your body's rhythms and needs. It honors the quiet, often unnoticed work your body performs as you rest. By providing it with the right balance of water and minerals at the right time, you enhance its ability to heal, calm, and prepare for the day ahead. In embracing this deeper understanding of hydration, you move beyond treating symptoms toward nurturing the foundation of your health. Each sip becomes a deliberate act of restoration, a small yet powerful investment in your well-being. As you learn to listen to your body's cues and respond with gentle care, you create a cycle of nourishment and renewal that extends far beyond the night. Ultimately, hydration is a form of self-respect, a recognition that your body deserves thoughtful attention, especially when it signals distress. By integrating this wisdom into your nightly routine, you empower yourself to break free from restless awakenings and move toward the restful, healing sleep that sustains vibrant health. In the stillness of the early morning, when the world is quiet and the distractions of the day have faded, it is often our emotions that awaken us most profoundly. Unlike physical discomfort or external disturbances, emotional unrest is subtle yet powerful, pulling us from the depths of sleep into a space filled with unease, heaviness, and unresolved tension. For those seeking to understand and improve their health, recognizing this emotional weight is essential, for it is deeply intertwined with the quality of our rest and overall well-being. Emotions are the language of the soul, reflecting the complexities of our inner world and our interactions with life's challenges. Throughout the day, busy schedules and pressing responsibilities often compel us to suppress or ignore these feelings, pushing them beneath the surface where they remain unaddressed. However, during those silent hours between 3 and 5 a.m., when our minds have little else to occupy them, these buried emotions rise to the forefront. They manifest as restless thoughts, a tightening sensation in the chest, or a vague sense of sorrow or anxiety that seems to have no clear origin. This is not a random occurrence but a meaningful signal that our emotional self requires attention and care. Understanding this connection between emotions and sleep is a profound step toward healing. Emotional stress, whether from unresolved grief, lingering regrets, fear of the future, or daily pressures, triggers a state of hyperarousal in the nervous system. This heightened alertness disrupts the natural progression of sleep stages, making it difficult to enter the deep, restorative phases crucial for physical and mental recovery. Recognizing that these feelings are not a sign of weakness but an invitation to heal can transform our relationship with these wakeful moments. The practice of acknowledging emotions without judgment is transformative. Instead of resisting or suppressing what arises, we allow ourselves to sit with the discomfort, to give voice to the feelings that weigh on us. This might begin with a quiet question posed to oneself. What am I feeling right now? Or what unresolved thoughts or worries are present? The answers may be unclear or fragmented, but the act of turning inward and recognizing the presence of these emotions is powerful. Writing becomes a sacred tool in this process. Putting pen to paper without striving for coherence or correctness externalizes the turmoil within. It is an act of release, a tangible expression of what otherwise remains trapped in the mind. Through this practice, emotions lose some of their grip, becoming less overwhelming and more manageable. The chaos of sleepless thoughts transforms into words on a page, offering a new perspective and a sense of relief. Moreover, this process fosters compassion toward oneself. It is an acknowledgement that emotional pain and unrest are natural aspects of the human experience. Instead of self-criticism or frustration for being awake, we cultivate kindness and patience. This shift in attitude reduces the secondary suffering caused by resisting or fearing these emotions and creates a nurturing environment for healing. This emotional awareness during wakefulness is not just about the night. It invites us to examine and address the sources of our distress during waking hours, promoting overall mental health and resilience. The quiet moments of early morning become opportunities for insight and growth rather than sources of dread. In embracing this deeper understanding, we empower ourselves to break the cycle of restless nights and emotional overload. By facing our feelings honestly and compassionately, we pave the way for both restful sleep and emotional restoration. This journey is an essential component of holistic health, reminding us that true wellness encompasses body, mind, and heart alike. As you listen to your body's signals during these vulnerable hours, remember that emotions are messengers, not enemies. Give them space, express them freely, and allow healing to unfold naturally. In doing so, you honor your health on the deepest level and open the door to nights filled with peace and renewal. In the quiet hours of the night, when sleep feels just out of reach and the body is restless, there is a profound wisdom in turning inward and attending gently to the physical sensations that accompany wakefulness. The tension that often grips your muscles, the stiffness in your neck, the tightness in your shoulders, the twitching in your legs, is not merely a discomfort to endure but a language your body speaks, signaling the need for release and care. Embracing gentle movement during these moments is a powerful way to reset both body and mind, paving the way back to restful sleep and restoring the delicate balance essential for health. When the body remains motionless despite its unrest, it only deepens the sense of frustration and discomfort. The muscles, coiled tightly from stress and prolonged stillness, send signals of unease through every nerve. Yet, in response to these signals lies an opportunity, a chance to reconnect with your body's innate capacity for healing through simple, mindful motion. Moving slowly and deliberately in the dark, without haste or force, you invite your muscles to let go, encouraging the circulation and flexibility that ease the physical burdens of wakefulness. Begin by focusing on the neck, a common repository of tension born from daily stress, poor posture, or the unconscious guarding that occurs when anxiety rises. With eyes closed or softened, lower your chin gently toward your chest, feeling the subtle stretch along the back of your neck. Then, tilt your head slowly toward one shoulder, savoring the release of tightness before switching to the other side. Each movement is accompanied by deep, calming breaths, as the exhale carries away tension and the inhale welcomes relaxation. Your shoulders, often burdened by the weight of worry and responsibility, deserve equal attention. Raise them deliberately toward your ears, as if reaching for something beyond reach, then let them fall away with a sigh, soft and complete. This simple lift and release speaks to your body in a language of care, telling it that the strain need not remain. The gentle rhythm of movement paired with breath invites the muscles to unwind, allowing the nervous system to shift from fight to rest. As the body softens, you may find it comforting to hinge slightly at the hips in a forward fold while seated on the edge of your bed. This gentle stretch is not about intensity or achievement, but about offering the spine a tender sigh of release from the rigidity of prolonged restlessness. Let gravity guide your hands downward, surrendering to the sensation of lengthening and opening. Here, you cultivate presence, anchoring your awareness in the sensations of your body rather than the turmoil of your mind. The restless energy often manifesting in the legs can be soothed through light, rhythmic shaking. Imagine the movement of water droplets being shaken free from your limbs. This motion dissipates built-up tension and restless impulses that make stillness impossible. It is an act of kindness to your muscles, inviting them to soften and settle. If your hands or feet feel cold, this too can hinder relaxation. Warmth signals safety to the nervous system, so rubbing your hands briskly together and then gently cupping them over your feet can spark circulation and comfort. The sensation of warmth acts as a signal, telling your body it is safe to relax and let go. These simple, intentional movements are not mere physical exercises. They are acts of profound self-awareness and care. They acknowledge that your body holds memories of stress and tension, that it is not separate from your emotional and mental states, but intricately connected. By tuning into these messages and responding with gentle motion, you create a dialogue of healing within yourself. Moreover, this mindful movement nurtures a sense of agency in moments where you may feel helpless against the disruption of sleep. It transforms wakefulness from a source of frustration into an opportunity for connection and restoration. Each breath, each stretch, each deliberate shift in position is a thread weaving you back into the fabric of your own well-being. In the broader journey of health, recognizing the power of gentle movement during restless nights is a testament to the resilience and intelligence of the human body. It reminds us that healing often lies not in force or urgency, but in patience, kindness, and presence. When you honor your body's signals and respond with compassion, you open the door to a deeper peace, one that transcends sleep and enriches your entire life. As you embrace this practice, know that every small movement is a step toward reclaiming restful nights and vibrant days. Through gentle resets, you restore balance, soothe tension, and invite the restorative rhythms of sleep to return, supporting the health and vitality that you deserve. In the profound silence of the night, when darkness envelops the world and your thoughts begin to race uncontrollably, the mind becomes a storm of restless energy. It is during these fragile hours that the simplest and most profound aid often comes not from force or distraction, but from the gentle embrace of calming sounds. These sounds, subtle yet powerful, can soothe the turmoil within, quieting the restless mind and guiding it back toward peaceful rest. The experience of an overactive mind at night is a universal struggle for many seeking better health and deeper sleep. Thoughts bounce like errant ping-pong balls, ricocheting through memories, worries, and anxieties. Trying to silence this mental noise by sheer will is akin to attempting to tame a tornado with a whisper, exhausting and often futile. Yet, there is a different approach: to invite a gentle sonic presence that wraps the mind in a cocoon of tranquility. Among the most effective auditory tools is pink noise. Unlike white noise, which can sometimes feel harsh and static-like, pink noise offers a softer, more balanced sound. It mirrors natural phenomena, the rhythmic patter of rain, the steady ebb and flow of ocean waves, the gentle rustling of leaves. This soundscape resonates with the brain's natural frequencies, nudging its electrical activity toward the slower waves associated with deep, restorative sleep. Scientific studies have shown that pink noise not only improves sleep quality, but also enhances memory consolidation, allowing the mind to rest and refresh simultaneously. Choosing the right sound and volume is essential. The sound must be present enough to mask disruptive noises, but subtle enough to avoid becoming a distraction. In a world saturated with technology, the temptation to reach for a phone or scroll endlessly can exacerbate the problem, as blue light and digital stimulation activate alertness. Instead, preparing a low-volume sound environment, whether through a small speaker or dedicated sound machine, can create a sanctuary of calm. Guided meditations or brief relaxation recordings offer another avenue to quiet the mind. A soothing voice gently directing attention to the breath or guiding a progressive relaxation of the body gives the brain a simple, repetitive task. This focused attention pulls it away from spiraling thoughts and toward a safe, peaceful mental space. The voice becomes an anchor in the storm, steadying the mind and coaxing it toward rest. These auditory methods require no effort beyond openness to experience. They do not fight the wakefulness but accompany it with kindness, allowing sleep to return naturally. The power of sound lies in its ability to resonate with the rhythms of the body and brain, weaving a tapestry of peace in moments otherwise dominated by unrest. For those dedicated to nurturing their health, embracing calming sounds as part of the nighttime routine offers a profound and accessible tool. It transforms the challenge of middle-of-the-night awakenings from a source of frustration into an opportunity for healing. Each night becomes a chance to retreat into a gentle world of sound, where mind and body can reconnect and restore. In this space of sound and silence, you are invited to release the grip of anxious thoughts, to breathe deeply, and to sink once again into the restorative embrace of sleep. The path to health is not always marked by grand gestures, but often by these small, intentional moments of care. Through the power of calming sounds, you reclaim your nights and empower your days, fostering resilience, balance, and well-being from within.